Hello everyone, and welcome to Victoria's Action Figure Cantina. Today we're having a look at the Hasbro Star Wars 2013, the Black Series 6-inch Boba Fett. Here's a look at the packaging. Alright, so good old Boba here made his first appearance a year ago at 2013 San Diego Comic-Con as part of a 2-pack with Han Solo in Carbonite. And then he made his subsequent appearance as a single release shortly thereafter in the 6-inch Black Series lineup. Now, I had been looking for this figure all the way since last fall when he came out, and my luck has either just been really bad or I've just been really pitiful at actually going out and looking for figures, because it's taken me almost a whole year to get him into my possession. As of yet, I've still never seen him at retail. I ended up getting him online. Amazon finally got them in stock at regular price, so I went ahead and ordered one. Now, it definitely would have been very nice to have gotten Boba Fett with the Carbonite block. However, it's still going for around $100 on the secondary market, whereas after taxes, this one is close to $25. So it gets really hard to justify spending an extra $75 simply to get the Han Solo Carbonite block. So for that reason, I've gone ahead and settled for, good old Boba Fett here in the standalone release. Although it has taken me so very long to acquire this figure, now that I have him here in my possession, I can tell you he was definitely worth the wait. He is awesome. It very literally looks as if they shrunk life-size Boba Fett down to a 6-inch action figure. This sculpt is phenomenal. From the look of the helmet, to the armor, to the jetpack, and the accessories, this is some of Hasbro's finest work. Give you a close-up here of the helmet. As you can see, the sculpt is terrific. Not only that, but the paint application on this is among the best that I've seen on a action figure. They totally nailed down the coloring, the detail, and every element of this figure just looks really fantastic. There you can see his chest armor, really, really nice. It's his backside there without the jetpack plugged in. Nice detail here on the belt and on the harnesses, holster, pouches, even the flight suit itself, the folds and such that it has embedded into the figure, just really nicely brought to life. Nice work on the gauntlets, the gloves. You can see a little bit of what looks like wear or dirt on his pants. Really nice color on the knee pads and the boots. The cape itself is pretty simple. It's kind of what we've seen on the 4-inch figures. Just a little bit of it. Kind of feels like a paper mache kind of thing. It's definitely knit, and then just minimal detail on it. But it's perfectly adequate for what you would expect out of something like this. In the way of articulation, Boba Fett has a ball joint here at the head, and you get a really nice range of movement there. It looks up quite a bit, side to side. Nice movement. He has ball hinges at the shoulders. The one on my Boba's right side, has a fair amount of movement. It still kind of hits right there with the shoulder pad. But on the left, it doesn't really move at all. I mean, it goes down and, it kind of starts popping up, but it just seems like there's less clearance here on the left side than on the right. I'm not sure if that's typical for this figure or if, I just lucked out with that. Boba has ball hinges at the elbows. He has ball hinges at the wrists. He has a ball hinge at the torso. And very interesting how they did it. It's kind of under, the bottom part of his torso there and below the belt. So it's pretty well obscured. There's not a whole lot of movement, but, I think it's, pretty decent. He has ball hinges here at the legs. You get a pretty good range of movement there. It doesn't go up a whole lot for the legs because of the pouches. So that's a bit of a bummer. Maybe they would have made these a little more flexible, but, all in all, it's not something that's too hard to overlook. He has cuts at the thighs. He has double bends at the knees. And finally, he has rocker joints at his ankles. In the way of accessories, you get 3 of them. The first of them is the jetpack. And they did a really nice job sculpting the jetpack. They did good with the coloring. You basically just push that peg into Boba's back, and it's a pretty good fit. It's nice and snug. Don't want it to be too loose because, you know, on the 4-inch figures it's pretty pitiful, and the jetpack's constantly falling off on old Boba. But there, it's a really good fit there. It's nice and tight, so you know it isn't going anywhere. You also get a blaster rifle. I believe this is the EE3. Very nice sculpt, nice paintwork, nice level of a detail. They kind of give it a little bit of a wear on top of the barrel and the scope, just to kind of give it, you know, a little more of a used look. So, you know, this is a really nice job with the gun here. And then finally, a blaster pistol. Both guns we've seen numerous times with the 4-inch Boba Fett figures, and you're basically just getting them here adapted for the 6-inch figure. It's pretty simple, not a whole lot to it. It isn't anything captivating or anything, but you know, it's perfectly adequate for this guy. And Boba's holster will house that pistol very nicely. Just kind of slides in there. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so there you have it. This is the Hasbro Star Wars 2013, the Black Series 6-inch Boba Fett. All in all, this is a fantastic figure. I'm very excited to have this. It would have been awesome to get the version that had the carbonite block, but again, it's hard to justify spending an extra $75, you know, just for the carbonite block. So, but hey, maybe they'll release it in a different form in the future. Who knows? As it stands, I think this is probably the strongest figure in the Black Series. I think Hasbro did a very admirable job with him. The sculpt, the coloring, the paintwork, all the level of detail is very, very nice for this figure. Articulation is very nice as well. Unfortunately, like I mentioned, his left shoulder is very much hindered by top portion of the armor above the shoulder, so I'm not getting a whole lot of upward movement there. But other than that, the articulation seems to work very well. If you're a fan of Boba Fett, and hey, who isn't, you definitely want to have this Boba in your collection. Thanks for watching Victoria's Cantina. Until next time, bye-bye.